It's November 2023, and I'm making like $500 a month, and I'm still working at a sales job because my mom basically wants me to work at a job to get more security and all that stuff, right? I'm working there at a sales job. Um, I come there. We literally need to wait for like a fucking hour straight before everybody's showing up, before we can actually leave go. So I needed to travel there for like 30 minutes, then I had to wait there for an hour, and then we needed to travel 1.5 hours extra to get to the place where we could actually sell. So as we're going from the basically the office to the place where we actually need to sell, I'm with three people, three guys. We missed the first bus on like a minute or so. So we need to wait 30 extra minutes on the second bus. We just decide to get some food and to prepare ourselves and all that stuff. And then one guy literally says like, "Boys, I need to throw up right now." And he literally starts sprinting away to the forest that was like besides us, and he literally starts throwing up. We literally see him throwing up. So this guy basically, like, of course, he basically left, right? So he went back home. He just messaged our boss. He was like, "Sorry, boys, I really can't, I can't sell to people when I'm throwing up, right?" So he just went away. Yeah, man. Basically, I'm left with this other guy. Um, whilst I'm with this other guy, so we're with only each other right now. This guy literally tells me like, "Bro, you know that guy that was here, right? He literally threw up in the tram." But so I'm with this other guy. To be honest, I don't really like that guy. He's like very emotional. He gets angry on like very little things and all that stuff. And I don't know. I don't like. He has more like this party lifestyle and all that stuff. And I don't know. He's getting drunk every weekend, and I don't really resonate with any of that shit, right? So there's nothing that can really speak about and all that stuff. Even though we still just talk, but it's not like we don't really have conversations. We just talk. I don't know. I think there's a difference. Like you just talk about stuff like, "Oh, who do you think is going to win, Manchester United or Manchester City?" Or I don't know, some stuff like that, right? I don't even watch football, but it's just I don't know. It just kills it kills time a little bit. So, yeah, man. Then you just start talking a little bit about that shit, and um, then we come home. We come there at the place where we should be selling, and it just starts raining like crazy, crazy, right? Um, there's this like big mall, so we just it wa- like we were already like selling for a couple of hours, so we just decided it was like 5 p.m. So we just decided to get ourselves some food and all that stuff to make sure to be able to sell the couple like the last like 4 hours. Um, yeah, man. Just we hope that the rain after we ate the food, the rain is just going away. So I'm just basically eating bread and meat and meat on my bread right now. Um, so I'm eating trash food as well, and he tries to convince me to go to the snack bar and all that stuff, and I'm like, "Nah, bro, I really don't want to go to the snack bar, blah blah." And he says like, "Oh, why do you never want to go to the snack bar?" And yeah, man, I don't know. He tries to convince me, and then I say like, "All right, fine, bro, I'm down." We go to the snack bar. I just eat some bread with meat, basically. Um, yeah, man. After that, after we ate in the snack bar, we're like full, right? He literally starts playing Clash of Clans. Like, I, he literally opens his phone, and I just heard that sounds like, I don't know, like the Clash of Clans sound, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, "Bro, let's sell again." Like, it's still like fucking raining outside, right? And I don't mean like a little bit of rain. No, it's like it was one of the most rainy days in the entire like in the entire year that I experienced. But I'm like, I'm there to make money, right? I'm not there to see somebody play Clash of Clans. So I'm like, "Bro, let's go. We need to sell again." And he says like, no, bro, it's raining, it's raining. I really don't want to go in the rain and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but bro, like, what else should we do? Like, there's nothing else to do. We need to make money. We need to we need to escape the matrix, right? So yeah, man, he says like, no, I'm not going, I'm not going. So he just sits there, and I want to go sell, but I can't leave him behind. So I'm in this situation of like, what the fuck should I do right now? One guy literally threw up like 7 hours ago. He's not with us yet, and now I'm with this immature guy that's literally playing Clash of Clans beside me, and I have nothing else to do besides selling. So I just decided to start walking, and he literally doesn't follow me. So I'm like, what should I do right now? So I just go to the shop and take some extra food. But I don't know. Then at one point, like 30 minutes later or some stuff like that, the rain kind of went away. It's still raining a little bit, but he's now down to actually sell, right? So now he's like, all right, yeah, let's go sell, blah blah. We just go there, and he makes a sale, and I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like, I wanted to make the sale, right? Then he makes an extra sale, and this was one of my worst days. Like, I was kind of pissed off at the situation, but I wasn't really like angry because I did kind of understand him as well. But I don't know, it was just not a good day, and uh, yeah, man. Then I didn't sell anything that day, and then we it's like 9 p.m. or it's like 9:30 p.m. and it's time to go to home right now. So basically, what I should be doing is I should go back to the uh, to to the bus station to basically go home. As we're walking there, he's playing Clash of Clans again. Literally, whilst walking, I'm like, bro, this is this is one of the biggest NPCs I've ever seen in my life, right? But he's walking there whilst playing Clash of Clans, and um, yeah, man, we're in the bus. He still needed to go back to the office, but I just could go straight to home. So we basically split up. He's going to the office. I'm going home. Um, whilst I'm going home, it started raining like fucking crazy, and I'm so grateful that I'm in the bus back home. And then I go to the next bus, and whilst I'm in the second bus, I realize I took the wrong bus. And I was like, fuck. And it was like late at night. It was like not really late, but it was like 10 p.m. at this point. Um, I was still like 1.5 hours away from my home, and now I'm taking the wrong bus. And the point is, like, when it's 10 p.m., there's not really many buses or there's not really many trains that are riding. So I had to wait 30 minutes to the second bus, basically. So I'll be home like 30 minutes later. So I'm stepping out of the bus like immediately. As I'm stepping out, it starts raining like fucking crazy again. And like literally in like 2 seconds, I'm completely wet. Like my entire trousers, pants. Yeah, I think you call it pants. My, I had like a winter jacket on, like I think you call it a winter jacket, but it was waterproof. But it was so raining so fucking hard that literally water started like going through this, like basically this gap right here. Yeah, I mean, like it literally in this thing, like I don't know whatever the fuck you call this thing, but basically here water starts like collecting. It was raining so fucking hard, and I see like people with like a I don't know, you call this thing like that you put on your above your head, like that you have this stick, and then it basically prevents you from the rain, right? Um, and I see people with that thing. I'm like, bro, I wish I had that thing as well. And then basically I'm just standing there waiting on a bus in fucking rain, and I'm like, fuck, I hate this shit. And you need to realize at this point it's like 10 p.m. I wake up at like my bedtime, my wake up time was 7:30 as well. So like, I'm like getting pissed off, right? It's like, my sleep schedule. It's fucking raining. Like I just got angry at the situation. Not really angry at specific people because it was my own fault, right? But yeah, man. Then I see the bus coming finally, like after literally waiting 20 minutes. I finally see the bus arriving. I'm like soaking wet at this point, and yeah, man. This is just a sidetrack, but I just saw my mother. She sent a picture of like that my kickboxing gym was actually going to do like this 90-day hard challenge. She literally said like, "Oh, Luca, that's actually something for you." And I just saw the things, but like, "Oh, drink 4 liters of water a day, like exercise once a day, go outside once a day, read a book once a day." And I'm like, I'm doing all these shit, all these things already. And whilst I was reading that, I actually realized like, I'm different. I'm not like any of these people. People like literally have a hard time reading 5 pages of a book every single day. Um, as I realize that, I'm like, but why am I even in this job then? Because I'm already making money. So I come back home, and actually, whilst I was in that bus, I text my parents like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit my job, and they'd probably expect me to get like a different job because they didn't really they didn't really have like faith in the fact that I was able to make money, even though I already made like around $500 or some shit like that. They said like, all right, yeah, that's fine, because they were expecting me to get a different job, right? But yeah, man. Then I just say like, yeah, I'll quit my job like probably tomorrow or some shit like that, and they're like, all right, nice. It's a smart decision and all that stuff. So then I come back home, and I came home at like 11:30. My alarm clock was going at like 7:30, so I'd like, I don't know. I came home at 11:30. Probably went to bed at like 12, 12 or like maybe like 12:30. I don't know what I call it, like a.m. or some shit like that. I have no idea. But anyways, like that was actually the day that I decided to quit my sales job, and to this day I'm so fucking happy I did, bro. I'm so happy I did. Right now I have a coaching business that's making pretty decent money right now. My goal is actually to make 10K in May. Um, yeah, man, I'm so grateful that I quit my sales job, even though I learned so much there. Like I learned a lot about sales, psychology, and all that stuff that I can really apply in my business. But yeah, man, I'm very grateful that I quit that job, and I actually hope to kind of motivate you with the story that I just told you, to show you that I struggled as well. I was in a bad place as well. Like, of course, this is not really like a bad place, but I just wanted to show you that it's not always like easy. And when people show this live stuff, like, oh yeah, I travel the world, I'm in Dubai, and I don't know, like my life is so perfect. I don't really resonate with that. I don't really subscribe to people that are like flexing only. Like I don't really care about your you flexing your shit, right? So yeah, man. I hope I can kind of show you like it's it's not always fun, but I don't really think it's supposed to be fun all of the time, because this lit a fire under my ass to actually work like fucking crazy, right? And yeah, bro, I did work like fucking crazy, and I think this was one of the biggest desires to make more money than I ever had before. So I hope that kind of inspires you. I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, if you're on a job right now, I just wanted to say that you might be quitting sooner than you realize, bro. And I hope this motivates you and keeps you going as well.